Oh, so tired. Well, I hope everyone's feeling good.
Prepare to fight.
As this game is about to start finally. Hopefully no more delays today. As it's going to be Nocturnal on attack. And they're going to be coming up against Renegade in the lower bracket semi-final. Winner of this game goes on to the lower bracket final. And the loser, of course, will be out. Down and out. We're going to have Nocturnal on the attack first. We've got STM going up in the upper area. He's got a bit of support behind him. Big double grenade comes from Venom. And this first stage is going to be pretty much unlocked for the Nocturnal team. That artillery is going to be very important though. It's going to stop them pushing into the lower area. Big nade coming out once more. It's going to be Kai. He isn't going to be able to get a big artillery support. I did say that artillery support was going to be very important. Venom doing a great job with those nades, and a nice gib comes in there from NSD, but Renegade are going to be able to hold on for this first stage. They have got huge pings. The pings are going to be a big problem, but they are going to be picking up quite a few frags on this, like I said, on this first stage. Important nades, big triple kill from Mirror, and another very well timed artillery is going to shut down this push into the lower area. Although STM does manage to push through, he is taken down by Merce, and it's pretty much a very chaotic stage for the Renegade team. Noz picks up a double kill, nearly the triple, and he's getting support from the rest of his teammates. He managed to shut that down, but Venom did some good job from the cave. Another artillery is down, but that's going to be Mirror out for full spawn and Gibbed. I heard that big Gib come in, and he's been one of the most more important players in their team on this first stage, and they haven't got any artillery support now. And the Nocturnal players are going to be able to push into this lower area. Nice nades coming in from Merson. I think maybe they've done enough, although NSD has made some progress into this upper area. He hasn't been able to get the Gib in. He is going to be able to support the engineer in lower. Hands is going to have to deal with this. As you see Venom actually walk over a mine, they may be able to get the plant down as they capture the flag. And the Axis are actually going to spawn back. So that's only a 2-minute first stage hold. That was really, really chaotic. And it didn't look like the Renegade guys had fully set up. As it looks like they're maybe even going to try and attempt to push through the door. Sometimes can go against you. I think they've still got control of the flag. I'm not 100% certain. As you see them just randomly spamming the flag now. The dynamite with nades. I'm not totally sure. The plant has gone down on the upper area. And now you're going to see Axis go across the top. We need to see the big spam on this crossroad. I've said this plenty of times. Noz is playing ultra aggressive here. Trying to get some early frags off Merce. Let's get that double grenade. But the next push of allies is going to come in almost instantaneously. Pushing straight through this on this lower area. No artillery just yet. Nice nade from Venom once again. This guy's a beast with the grenades. As they're going to push across the top. No artillery. No problem for the allies just to push across. And the next push from Axis is coming in now. As I saw filled up with the binoculars out. There's the artillery finally. Not too bad. It wasn't too late in the end. They're going to be able to at least set down a decent CP defense, should I say. Of maybe like a couple of minutes. Another artillery comes down, really nicely timed by Axis. Maybe a bit early on that artillery actually. They're going to be able to get in a push just at the end. Venom mistimes the push just a bit too much. Kai does pick up a kill. He is going to get taken down though. But the next push for allies will come in straight away, and there's no artillery on the road. So this is a really good opportunity for allies to just push across the top. They need to be very, very quick before any airstrikes or artilleries get thrown around. And here they come. There's not many medics that I can see like ready in the support. But they have taken over the CP area. 6 guys. Nice play from Nocturnal. And no one really shining individually. They're playing so well as a team. They just get across, overwhelm that CP. That's pretty much how you have to take it down. Now the artillery's come out towards CP. They are going to be able to pick up this forward spawn. And the Renegade guys have got to set up a decent main defense here. As you see, Menace, I think he's pretty much one of the last players alive, unfortunately. He's going to be able to just try and stop them getting down towards main, but they are going to be able to get the plant down. Venom just waiting on his charge. He did just build that CP, but the nade does come over, nicely timed by Hands, and that's going to shut down Venom. The medic is going to come in for that revive, or not. STM opts to Ignore the revive of the engineer with the dynamite ready to be planted. I don't think it would have changed too much, but you've got to pick up that engineer. Just on the off chance that you can get the plant down. As pretty much every Axis player just killed out at the same time, and that's going to open it up for the allies on the main area. Artillery is in position. I believe that's going to be Menace once again. There is no engineer just here just yet. NSD is going to be able to get the plant down. No, he needs another engineer, and the only other engineer is Venom on East. He does manage to plant on that side objective, but he's not going to be able to finish off that main plant. And they may even be able to push in and get a East defuse. And it is going to be Hands with the defuse. Really nice play. And the allies are just getting frustrated at this point. And they're getting very frustrated. Really well played by Renegade. Just sort of like, I don't know what you want to call it. Just individual actions just to get the defuses. The shutdowns on the engineers on main. And the moment now they're starting to work a bit more together. They are killing out quite heavily. They're not really holding down a main defense so well, but they've weathered the storm, as it were. As you just see a bit of a break in the nocturnal attacks. Decided to slow it down just a little bit. Maybe a plant going down on main. Venom has dropped the dynamite. He has got some medic support. The dynamite is going to be armed. Renegade picking up a bundle of kills once more, but the next spawn of Nocturnal is going to be coming in, and they'll probably have one or two people, really most of the team, just guns on main. Just don't want to allow that defuse once more. And maybe Renegade can make a push for this. 7 seconds left, no engineer, and they're gonna. It's about to blow, and it's going to be opening up the main Axis base for the allies, as we see Hands actually push for the defuse on East, right on his spawn time. Timed that to perfection, but he was shut down from Venom, by Venom even. And now the Axis are going to have to set up inside. After what was a fairly poor first stage defense of 2 minutes, they've managed to defend CP and main for another, what's that, 5 or 6 minutes. That's pretty good. So this is the stage that pretty much decides the game, in my opinion. If Nocturnal can take control and get into controls quickly, it'd be very, very hard for Renegade to do anything about that. As we're watching Papa on this east corner, he has a couple to deal with outside. He's getting in quite a few shots. He is going to take some nade damage, and he might get hit by that nade. Oh, that box just saves his life. As you see, Hands prop over a nade, does take down Kai. And Nocturnal sort of went into a bit of a slumber on their pushes. They were very, very aggressive at the beginning. And now it's just don't seem to be doing too much. Menace does pick up that double kill. Nicely placed airstrike's going to shut down a push. Nice respawn rifle grenade by Mercy's going to shut down another player as well. Hands as well, picking up so much spam kills. You see NSD, Idclip and STM getting dropped by the spam. And like I say, allies, the frustration continues. After such a good first stage, you sort of expect them to carry it on. You want to be able to roll on with your attacks. You don't want to be one stage and then be held up on the next for 4 or 5 minutes. You want to be just 1 stage, 2 stage, 3 stage. Although they are pushing through main, a big crossfire from Renegade is going to shut it down. They're not really using the east portal to their advantage. Again, Hands picking up quite a few kills. Him just propping some nades over the top, trying to get some cheeky ones. As the next push from allies does come in the main area. I think they have managed to take down 1 on 4, and they are starting to push in onto the truck, but so much gunfire. It does seem like Renegade are playing with like 7 or 8 players at the moment. They're playing very well together on this main area, but again, Nocturnal starting to pick up some kills. If Papa gets dropped here, it's going to be advantage Nocturnal. They're going to be able to push into the main area. More kills coming in. But Hands picks up a triple quad kill. Amazing shooting from Hands. And that's going to be able to shut down that truck push. That was pretty amazing. As the next respawn comes in for the allies, for the Axis, sorry. They're going to run straight into the allied push, who are going to be able to get the truck into position. One guy is taken out for full spawn. As Venom falls to his death. I'm not sure how that happened. Maybe he's trying to jump back or something. And the next push coming in for Ally should have a bit more freedom to push up towards main. Mirror is going to be able to get one down. And the mine is going to do a bit of damage, but I think Venom may be able to push in on this respawn. As you see, Merce going out and risking fall. He doesn't get taken down. He is very weak though. And the Axis are playing very that knife edge sort of game. You know, you lose one of these and you're going to lose pretty much everything. The controls are going to drop. You push out like that on full, you're going to get going to pay for it at some point or another. Here, TK. Nice to see you here, my man. As Renegade have recovered pretty well, I have to say. Recovered fairly well. Now with 4 minutes 20 left on the clock, they're still getting the crossfire down on main, and Nocturnal have been pushed back into this fight for dominance at this main area, although they do pick up 4 quick kills. Nizu with that rifle does pick up a couple of Garan kills. And Renegade seem to have opted for like an inside spawn up top defense, which again is pretty risky. Gonna see Hands with a grenade. He's gonna get maybe taken down. Somehow dodges that rifle grenade. Nizu was very unfortunate with the placement on that one. He is gonna be sitting here at the top of the. He manages to get the double kill. No idea how that happened. And he's gonna drop down. Maybe try and get a bit of damage onto people onto middle. We're now going to be watching STM trying to shut down some Axis respawners. He is going to get a couple of headshots onto his assassinator there in Merce, but it's not going to be enough, unfortunately. And Nocturnal, I think, almost seem to have given up. Big airstrike comes out from Menace, and I think that's it pretty much. 3 minutes remaining, but although you could probably still get a time, it's never going to be very good. And although they seem to start so confidently, they just needed to roll on from their first stage attack, which was very strong. Well played to Renegade. They pulled themselves back together. Oh my god, Hands. I need to watch this guy. He's picking up 3 kills, 4 kills pretty much all the time. The spam has been pretty impressive, as he does dodge that nade on the respawn. I'm watching him now on East. As the kill revive doesn't come in, and we've seemingly waited for 30 seconds and had no real Nocturnal attacks. Being held back, there was an airstrike on their CP spawn. They're running out of time for sure. I think this is pretty much their last chance. They have to get up on this spawn. They have to get the build onto the controls. They have to press the button. They have to escort the truck all the way around. And there's the problem of there being the Renegade defense in their way. Which doesn't look like they're going to be able to push through. Like I say, another strike on towards main from Menace. It's going to get a TK, but it's also going to take down an enemy as well. As the next push from the Nocturnal guys, although Hands is out, his mines are still doing the work. As Renegade picking up all the frags, no replies from Nocturnal. And that is definitely going to be GG. Nice full hold for Renegade. And they've got themselves a great chance here on the first map to pick up 2 points. The full hold is only one half of the job done. They have to get off a solid attack as well. We'll see what they can do. The next map, of course, will have to be won as well. This isn't game over by any stretch. This is definitely the first attack nullified. Let's see, yet another strike, I think this time from Hands, to try and get in on the action with the support fire. He does manage to get another kill. A bit of support from Papa there. Gonna switch it up to someone on the attack. Not having much luck. They are getting some kills at the end. But once it got to that main area, Crossfire, just vicious from Renegade. They were playing with fire a little bit with the mass killouts. But hey, what can you do? As the attacking team, you've got to take advantage of that. You've got to push in as they respawn. You've got to time your pushes a bit better. That first stage, very, very good. Let's bring up the scores. And as we see, Hands 34 kills, 5k damage. Went huge. Renegade 4.5k, Mirror 4.5k. The damage difference isn't actually that great considering these guys were on defense for 15 minutes. But that first stage where the first stage is where the Axis can really rack up a lot of kills. And it was almost non-existent, so it was well played by the Allies to get the flag so quickly, but after that it just got slower and slower and slower. The CP took about another 2.5 minutes, and it took another 3 minutes or 3.5 minutes to get main, and then it was taking like 4.5 minutes to really take control of the Axis spawn, and then they just got pushed back again, and that was it pretty much. I think by that point they realised that it wasn't going to happen. They sort of lost patience, I think. So now we're going to see Renegade on the attack, and let's see if they can pick up this first map win. I don't think Nocturnal really need to actually do too much different, if I'm honest. They just need to continue what they did on that first and second stage. The CP stage wasn't that bad. When they actually took it over, you saw them take it over as a 6. They did everything right. It's just it took them maybe a couple more spawns after that, for the stages after that, to really get it going. So maybe they thought it was, it gets to that opportunity, that position where you think it's too easy. Of course it's not too easy, but we don't have to do it a certain way. We can just press forward as 6 individuals and get it done, which sometimes can work. You see the top teams can do that quite a lot, basically because individually they're very strong, but also even their basic gameplay is very team-based. So they would expect certain things to happen anyway. So they don't have to work harder, it's just natural. But these guys need to work very hard to just keep on the same page. And you can see when they did it, when the Nocturnal guys did it, it was very strong. I mean, when they pushed across here, I went free cam and I just combed like that. And you could see 6 guys just ploughing towards CP in, and it's almost impossible to deal with that. You have to get very fortunate with an artillery and airstrike, which weren't coming down quick enough for Renegade, which is surprising because Menace seemed pretty good at those airstrikes, so he knows about the timings. So there wasn't much communication, it seems. When you have good artillery spam on that main road, it's really hard to attack. But they got the full hold in the end. They'll be happy enough. And Nocturnal will just have to steady themselves. Just get the give themselves a chance. They have to get a full hold here to get anything out of this map, of course. Any time will work for Renegade. 14:59, no problem. That's a map win. 15 minutes on the other hand. That's the only thing that Nocturnal can really hope for. It's going to be a long ask. They can take solace in the first stage of Renegade was not that strong, so they don't particularly need to get a first stage defense off to get a full hold. They know this. But if they can get a 4-5 minute first stage, they can take a third of the map time away.
Prepare to fight.
Be really good for them. So here we go. This is going to be the second half of the map. And it's going to be the Renegade guys on the attack. And we're gonna pick up hands, just because. Or are we? Got no idea who we're gonna pick up. We're gonna pick up Noz, who's on the medic. They're gonna take some fire going across this upper area. They have given away their position. Nice long range shooting from Papa is gonna shut down one, but Nocturnal are gonna start replying. Big Gib comes out, and the artillery above Noz's head here needs to avoid that. As Hans pushes into that lower area. He has gone into that annoying corner, I think. Maybe even actually gone up for the flag. Do they know he's gone up? I'm trying to find him. He is taken down. Big crossfire by Nocturnal. As I think we saw NSD saw one at least going up for the flag. Dodgy nade. He is going to be. Oh, he's going to get taken down at the flag area. And I think the allies are going to be able to capture the flag. Unfortunately for the Axis, that is dreadful news. As a reclaim does come in, and they have got an engineer as the plant goes down on that main door, so they could. Oh, that was a bit of a poor choice for the guys remaining at flag. They should have just baited the allies in to allow the Axis to push in through the team door. But they've lost this stage in the opening minute, and I did say they didn't need to have an amazing defense here, but they needed to have some level of defense. It couldn't be non-existent. This is somehow even worse than Renegades, which was not very good at all. So the CP defense is going to have to be pretty amazing. They're going to have to get like a 4 or 5 minute CP defense in here pretty much. Then a 3 or 4 minute main defense at least. You know, they need to drain at least 6 or 7 minutes off the clock with these 2 stages. Otherwise they're asking so much of their last stage. And at the moment no real artillery spam. They are having to deal with quite a lot of nades. Here comes the first artillery. It's a bit ill-placed, not towards the... I think we saw an airstrike there. It was an allied one. That's not too bad. If we see Axis airstrikes, that's where we know it's a bad thing. Another artillery is down on the road. This should get a kill though, but at least slow them down. They're very, very slow. They're actually going to be risking full soon. Nicely timed artillery. Kills are coming in. Big crossfire from the Nocturnal guys, and it has pushed quite a few of the Renegade players back, who are now not having to deal with an artillery support, as we don't see one going back down. And pretty much the same situation that we saw in the first half of the map, where the second there's no RT, there's pretty much no defense. RT is mainly just to hold them off, group them, make them risk something. With no RT there, there's no risk. So you see Hans starting to push towards the main area, trying to get that plant down, but he might go towards east instead. NSD is on main right now. I don't think he's going to allow anyone to move in. Let's put a grenade down. Hans has killed out. We're going to be watching Mercy. He is an engineer. He's taking quite a bit of damage. I think he's going to opt towards east indeed. That's probably the smart choice. A lot of kills coming down for Renegade though, and this is probably going to open up that main area. As you see then, the Axis are going to spawn in a couple of seconds. Nice rifle grenade does come in from Nizu, but it's not gonna do anything. No engineer in position, and with 3.5 minutes off the clock, we've seen a main plant, which is pretty awful for Nocturnal's chances, I think. You see now an artillery going down on main. It's going to just cover main for the plant. They haven't managed to get a plant down just yet. As you see Noz being very aggressive on this east side. He thinks there's some mines here, but there definitely is not. Just wanted to try and clear some out. Hans, double artillery kill on the respawn of the Axis, and they're going to pretty much have a free plant. Although Nizu in that west tower did try and stop that from happening. It's going to get planted in the end. He delayed it a little bit. The Axis respawn is going to come in though, and they've got to set up. They've got to set up a stage now. They've got to set up an inside main stage, and we're going to see. Ooh, Mira nearly picked up that double frag. Hit clip was very, very low in the end, and I want to see a main defense here from the Axis. At the moment, I'm not sure what they're doing. Hopper, the Renegade guys are pretty much being renegades. Going off on their own, running around, being very annoying to the enemy team. You see them in 1s and 2s. Big airstrike does come out from Kai though, and that might sort of recover this stage for them. They need to get a crossfire on this main door. As another few Renegade kills do come in towards east. And I think this is going to be pretty much GG at this point. Really well played by Renegade. And they're going to be able to push up for this controls. As you see, Menace picking up quite a few 8 kills. And Papa picking up quite a few kills as well. Unless it's a Panzer here, he's going to be pretty safe to build. But someone does jump up. It was Kai. He does kill him just as he builds the controls. So the button is not pressed. I don't think the truck was just in position either. But they need a Covey desperately to come up and blow this. But it's not going to happen because the allies are pushing up and they are going to press the button. And the gold is now moving into the back of the truck. And this is almost definitely a first map win for Renegade. And they're very well deserved. I was wondering what their attack would be like. Their defense seemed a bit on and off. Fortunately, it was a bit more on than off, especially in those later stages. But we're now waiting for the Axis to respawn. And at the moment, they're nowhere to be seen. The truck is still just rolling on. It's going to be heading towards the front of east corner very soon. As you see, Axis are all out on west. But the remaining allies have been actually shut down. Mirror, only player pushing in. Stab does come in for Menace. And somehow they still managed to move the truck on. I don't think there's any medics alive for the Nocturnal guys. As I'm going to just skip through the players. I think Kai is the only player alive for 3 or 4 seconds. And that might allow a couple of the allies to get either in main or very close to main. They are actually going to take a little bit of time. So you see Noz coming in with the Panzer. He is going to get shut down by Kai. Very, very important shutdown. He's going to just stop the embarrassment towards his team. Venom decides to just walk towards a nade on the floor. As we saw someone push in through east there. He is going to get taken down. And this is only a matter of time, although Nocturnal doing a good job getting in quite a few frags. They haven't seemingly got many medics on board. It looks like only 3. They've opted for the spam defense at this stage, and that's pretty much going to slow it down. But 7-minute defense at this stage. If the truck was in its original position, I'd say that was difficult. This will be next level. You see Rifle come up against Rifle. Menace decides to kill out. Noz is actually going to be able to take down Venom there. And still watching Mizu in this main area. The truck is a bit open. Still not decided to get that moving just yet. Spawn kill does come in. Rifle, grenade and Panzer. As the strike has gone down on that main area. Doesn't actually kill anyone with that strike there. The truck is still moving. As Merce, the last guy alive, is going to just make it roll on just a little bit. The complete allied respawn does come in. And I can't see this even being slowed down now. No artillery's up. No Axis in position. And that's going to be pretty much it. The first map win. Big 3-man Panzer comes in from Merce. As just a bit of a few glory frags in. This is going to count for very little, as you see Papa just moved the truck into the depot, or the escape door. And we're going to bring up the scores right now. 30 frags for Nizu, 37 for Kai. But the reply of Menace, 43, and Merce, 46. Hands, 45. Big damage as well. The damage difference after both sets is pretty big. They did defend for about 7 minutes less, unfortunately, so obviously they're never going to be up to that sort of level of damage.
Prepare to
Here we go. It's going to be Bremen. It's going to be Nocturnal having to win this. They have to win this. Otherwise it's over. And Renegade know that. Particularly the first couple of stages. The first stage can be very on and off for the Allied team. They can get a really good first stage attack in. I'm going to see a map reset vote come out.
Bye.
Not sure what that one's about.
Prepare to fight.
And a vote for the restart, that's very, very helpful. Thank you very much. I don't want to have to wait again. And as I say, the first stage is very important for Renegade to just get that flag, but can be a bit hit and miss. Axis, if they set up a decent defense, they have got some reasonable spam down. Not going to be able to get any kills. Or NSD does actually get one frag. That's just mainly there to just slow that down, the Allied push. We're going to watch Mirror push across the middle. He's going to be able to get a few headshots. He's going to get dropped just before the spawn time. I'm going to pick up someone on the defense now. We're going to watch Venom on this long area. He's coming up against one or two allies. Menace is pushing in towards him. He has got quite a bit of damage. He is going to get taken down. And Idclip, last man alive at the flag, is going to get taken down with the flag just getting into the Allied hands before the Axis respawn. And that first stage defense wasn't really too amazing, but it's one of those ones where you can lose that one in a minute. It isn't. That stage isn't vital for the your defense on Bremen. This stage, however, the CP, the key card, very important. As you see, Renegade have actually picked up a suit, I believe, and they're pushing across towards the CP. And I think Menace is going to be able to get in towards CP. He hasn't got any Covey to help him out. He has decided he should have stayed at CP. They would have had a guaranteed build. As you see, Han struggling to even move around, seemingly. Noz needs to get in these revived. And I think they're going to be able to get the build onto CP now. 2 engineers are revived. And that's a brilliant push by Renegade. I mean, it was a bit all over the place. A bit sloppy. But they have managed to pick up that forward spawn. They've got the CP within 2 minutes of game start. Which is very impressive. You see Noz picking up quite a few frags. And doing some pretty good reviving work as well. Picking up those 2 engineers at CP. I'm going to try and watch someone under defense. And artillery down on like the crossroad of the main area by NSD. He's going to be able to shut down one. Kai does pick up the frag as well, but the objective has been picked up. He's going to try and risk it through the artillery. He survives. The objective has been dropped just on the other side of this wall. And Axis actually can't move in for the secure because of the artillery. Idclip did just spot the keycard. It is going to get picked up by Papa. He is going to get dropped. Venom is going to get pistoled down by Hans, who decides not to go for the objective, which is picked up by Noz, and that should open up the truck depot. As you see, actually Hans was pushing forward. The reason he didn't go for the objective is because he was trying to get into position for that Panzer frag. But Nizu, really important kill onto first Hans and then onto the engineer who was rebuilding truck. So really well played from Nizu, but it looks like Renegade still putting on a lot of pressure. Trying to get on into this truck bay area. As Venom's standing in their way, is going to shut down Menace here. Hans is in position with the Panzer. Big Panzer comes out. Huge, huge 3-man Panzer. As the truck gets built as well. And Kai gets crushed. This has gone from bad to worse. And oh my gosh. And I think Renegade are pretty much free to push this truck around the map for 20 seconds. And this was an awful, awful map choice for Nocturnal. I think they tried to do one that maybe they thought Renegade wouldn't be confident on. What is going on with that truck? Did you see that? That was interesting. As it does look like maybe Kai might be able to slow this down, but this looks like it could be like almost a record-breaking time here on Bremen. It could be close to 5 minutes, depending on how much the Axis managed to slow this down. Mirror picking up more frags at this back barrier, or the last barrier stage. The artillery is in position. It is doing a bit of damage. Hasn't managed to pick up any kills. One more blast and that'll be it done. And now the truck is going to move forward. And it's going to immerse on the rifle. We have seen the rifle swap hands a little bit between the Renegade team. It has gone from Ennis to Merce a couple of times. Same with the Panzer. I see quite a few frags coming out. That airstrike might even get aborted by the truck, unfortunately. And there's no barrier build, as Renegade have just like pretty much crossfired that backstage for ages, as you see Merce eat his own grenade. And the truck is going to slowly roll on. It's going to be around about a 5 minutes, 5 second time, something like this. Brilliant, brilliant attack from Renegade. I mean, I don't think they could have done too much better there. I don't know. Maybe the keycard stage could have been a bit faster. But wow, 5 minutes too. That is incredible. I'm going to just bring up the scores. 14 kills for Mirror. Most of that was done on that like back spawn, respawn killing. Noz had some really nice kills onto pushes towards CP and then on towards keycard. He had some brilliant revives as well. As you see him getting quite a lot of XP there. Picked up those double engineers at CP to get that, the build for that forward spawn. So now Nocturnal, 5 minutes to fight for their place in the cup, because if they lose this, that's it. It's over. They've got 5 minutes to do this, and they pretty much need to get every stage on the first push to beat the time. They can maybe take like 2 or 3 pushes max for every stage. I think they've got like a minute a stage, something like that, which is quite incredible. And don't forget, the truck does actually take quite a bit of time to move around. Early strikes coming out for the Axis team. He's going to get a big kill in, pop a double kill on towards this long area. As you see them pushing around. They may be opting for a plant on the first push. It is going to get shut down though. Pop a double MP40 frag. Id Clip and NSD both dropped, but it's going to be Venom on the engineer as well. He's going to be able to pick up a frag. And for 15 seconds, they are maybe weakened on that long area, so they might be able to push in for that plant. They need to just take advantage though. It's whether they know the situation there or not. As they are down to pistols as well. The Crossfire is very, very heavy from the Renegade guys. Just eating up this this Nocturnal push. And now the big rotation from Renegade pushing across. The rifle grenade does come out. Panzer as well. And an airstrike. I mean, now getting very fortunate, Renegade. I see Panzer's just going past heads of teammates, and it only takes one bad Panzer and it could pretty much spell doom. As you see Kai actually pushing in towards the flag. He picks it up just in time. This could be it. This is their chance. This is their only chance. They pick up the flag again, stopping the Axis respawning here. They needed to get the flag there. They need to be very quick on this next stage. They have to wait for 30 seconds, or at least 5 more seconds for a Covey to respawn to blow up the upper door. But they have a very slim chance here. To see Covey going up in the upper area right now. And I'm stuck in a wall. I think you see someone in there. Big Panzer comes out. Merce does pick up a grenade kill as well. Awful rifle grenade from Nizu. That was very unfortunate, as they have blown the main gate area. They have only about 3 minutes remaining. They have to get the CP, or at least the key card. They need to get the key card in probably the next minute and a half. Probably quicker. They have to get it probably within the next minute to give themselves a good opportunity, a good chance. They see a massive presence from the Renegade players up in this manor house. And Merce doing great work and just shutting them down. Got a big Panzer kill in at the beginning. Respawns back in as medic. Now supporting his teammates with getting frags at the same time. And so I think you saw Nizu just get pushed through, but I think he's decided to kill out. But you do see there's a gap in the defense of Renegade. They are starting to lose some players on towards this manor house as well. And maybe there's an opening here for Nocturnal. They need to just not go towards this CP, in my opinion. They need to give it up. I don't know why they're trying to go towards CP. They need to get that key card. And so you see Renegade going very aggressive in this house. Just the Merce and Mirror double team. But that does open up pretty much the sidewalk towards the objective. If they're in the house and they're in CP, you can walk pretty much along the front of Manor House and get towards the keycard. So doesn't look like Nocturnal really favouring that though. And with 1 minute 25 on the clock, I'd almost definitely say this is going to be a map win here for Renegade. And it was all down to their brilliant attack. I don't think they've got any chance now. Even if they were to build the truck now, I think there's very small chance with the objective getting dropped like that as well. Keycard is down and secured. It's definitely going to be GG with 59 seconds on the clock, less than a minute. We're going to play out this game. It's been not too bad. With the best is yet to come, particularly in the consolation bracket. We should have hopefully more consolation bracket games in the future. I'll try and pick up the lower bracket games and the upper bracket final, whether live or offline, and I'll put on YouTube. And I'll try and pick up the grand final as well. I do try and pick up the later stages of the consolation tournaments or the lower division tournaments. I try and pick up as much as possible as of the main tournaments though. Just in general, just because they've got the better teams in them, players that most people recognise. So I think it's always nice to try and get a couple of games in. Big team kill at the end. And that's going to be the end of it. GG's going out. We're going to catch the scores. It didn't look too pretty. Double damage nearly, double kills. But that's the way it goes. And that's going to be a 4-0 victory for Renegade.